everybody, Steve Arvey, and here we are at the Melbourne International Guitar Show in Australia, and I've got Ray with Avocet guitars, and these are handmade right here in Victoria, Australia. And how are we doing today, Ray?
Yeah, good, Steve.
Are you having a good show?
Yeah, it's been very good.
Good.
Yeah,
So,
very good. Too many Americans, but otherwise, what are you going to do? You know?
God, you just can't get rid of us. Anyway, I'm going to talk with Ray a little bit about the company right now. We're going to look at some of the guitars. Maybe I'll demo a little bit. And well, let me ask you right now, when did you first start?
So I'm just the lucky guy who gets to play them. Millen, who is the luthier who makes the instruments, he's been going for sort of 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
Now, my association with the brand's been about 2 years. Millen began making simple electric cigar box guitars, and now he's graduated into some really fantastic acoustics.
Yeah, I was playing some of them yesterday. So yeah, let's take a closer look at some of the guitars.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so look, a lot of the instruments that Millen makes generally have fretted instruments, and they're correct all the way up. The intonation's right. In fact, that's what attracted me to starting to play these particular instruments, and I only play his guitars, as it turns out. This is an acoustic one, of which we're particularly proud. There's been a couple of years of development in this instrument. I play a lot of old-time music, and wanted something that would work in a session where, of course, you're not allowed to plug in. So, as I say, after a couple of years of fiddling and faddling and trying to get sort of decent projection, this was the result, and it's out.
Let's cross on his shoulder, walking in Jerusalem just like John. Meet you there, first crossover, walking in Jerusalem just like John. I want to be ready, I want to be ready, I want to be ready, Lord, walking in Jerusalem just like John.
So yeah, this is so these acoustic guitars have come about from trying to get an instrument that'll work in a session playing old time music. So I can murder a bit of bluegrass for you if you like.
Yeah.
As you can see, they've ended up with a pretty resolved instrument, quite a good sound. It's a standard Fender style scale, so you end up with great resonance, and as you can hear, the volume is really good. So that's the acoustics, and then so the tuners, we use a standard style tuner, a relatively inexpensive one. The reason being is trying to provide an instrument that's good quality, but also at a reasonable price. As a lot of people know, a lot of this sort of hardware, traditional guitar hardware, can be seriously expensive, and Millen spent some time sourcing reasonably priced equipment that's really reliable. And in fact, all of the gear that gets used in the instrument, including things like the basic bright hardware and the pickups, again are all clone style products, but all of them are really resolved and a really good quality product, and it ends up with a great result. The boxes, as you can see from here, are all real cigar boxes. We often tell people that one of the features of the instrument is that it's a real cigar box and it's a real guitar. So they play, they play well, but they also fit really solidly within the culture. They're a genuine, legitimate sort of a thing. And as far as the timbers are concerned, like most instrument makers, Millen spends lots of time scrounging timber and chasing timber and doing deals with the devil to get different types of wood. The wood that gets used in most of the instruments is not necessarily a traditional tone wood, but there's a lot of Australian timbers in there and lots of interesting things, including he's graduated to the point where there's bird's eye maples and spalted timbers that are being used in some of the constructions. And then an assortment of other sort of darker timbers. And that sort of covers the construction of the instrument pretty much.
So Ray, tell us about
So this instrument here is one of the new line of electrics. This is a particularly interesting instrument because of some of the timber selection. So you can see that there's it's some great work on the great piece of timber on the fretboard there.
Yeah, that's really beautiful.
It's a really fantastic bit of timber.
You check this out. This is really nice timber.
And that's an example of the kind of thing that a maker can just score from time to time.
Yeah.
There's a limited supply of that timber. What's happened is Millen's put it in this particular
What kind
box.
of timber is this, Millen? Mountain ash. So this is a mountain ash. Wow.
Which is an Australian eucalypt.
Yeah, you don't
so-
see that in the United States.
No.
Mountain ash, nice.
No, it's a rare sort of one. And then he's gone to a bit of trouble with distressing the box, and it's
Right.
it's come up really well. I really
Yeah.
love this. I'm trying not to sell it, but someone is going to buy it. But there you go. And with the soap bar type pickup that we're trying in this particular model is proving to be outrageous. A really, really good pickup. So we've got a little amp here for Steve
All right, yeah,
to
let's
give it a test.
let's
drive.
give it a whirl. Just turn up just a little bit so it won't be too long.
Roll and I tumble, the Lord cried a whole night long. Roll and I tumble, Lord I cried a whole night long. Woke up this morning, everything I had was gone. Right down here, Australia, Lord plays a nice mountain ash. Way down in Australia, playing his guitar with some nice mountain ash. Yeah, I tell you that, people, Lord, you know I'm gonna get fast.
Nice. Great guitar.